So game week 6 is done and dusted, and yes, my captain pick was terrible.
Mate, why'd you take fantasy football so seriously? If you don't know the answer to that, I'm out of here.
But yeah, thanks a lot for all the feedback I had about my captain pick for this week. I know, none of you would have done the same thing, and I was trying something a little bit different with picking Chadley as my captain, and it didn't work out. He brought in 3 points, got the clean sheet just after being pulled off at 65 minutes, and then his replacement comes on and gets an assist with one of his first touches, so annoying. Never mind, that's the game. I mean, I took a gamble to try and jump myself up the leagues, but it didn't work out this week. I can always try again next week. But let's have a look at the games, and starting off with Chelsea-Arsenal. So obviously Chelsea got back to winning ways, and the big talking point, I think, from this game was Diego Costa. Now, what was he doing? He looked like a Sunday League striker, just winding up the defenders and then managing to get them sent off in a way that only Diego Costa can, right? It was pretty crazy. But the one key question that I had from the game was, how is this guy 26 years old? I don't understand it. I mean, I'm 28, so maybe I look old, but this guy must be a tough upbringing being a Brazilian Spaniard, but I don't know. But the game of the day for me was Stoke-Leicester. So obviously Stoke took the 2-0 lead, but then Leicester once again came back from behind. The main man Mahrez, awesome player, and obviously scored and set up Vardy's equaliser as well. Is there really anything this man can't do? What a signing. You really have to have him in your team now. He's gone up in price every single week. Now, I don't know, maybe you tell me if there's been a player that's actually gone up in price every game week from game week 1 onwards. It's unreal. So if you haven't got him, get him now. And obviously Shaqiri for me didn't do anything. He did look fairly solid, made some decent runs, and obviously his delivery was pretty good from the free kicks. Where have we seen Stoke set pieces like that before? But anyway, I'm happy having him in the team. I did take out Pedro. I'm happy with him being in the team just because of Stoke's upcoming fixtures. They've got a really nice run of games, so I thought, why not? I think Shaqiri is going to be the one for assists more than goals, but we'll see what happens with that one. Villa, less said about that, the better, I think. West Brom even had the balls to troll us after the game as well. But all I can say on that is, where were you last season? Man City. It had to come to an end at some point, right? I mean, the clean sheet run. They went 5 games without conceding, and it obviously had to take West Ham to upset them, right? At the Etihad. I mean, everyone was kind of thinking that City could roll over West Ham, and then Aguero was going to be the obvious captain. But it didn't really work out so well. But big shout out to Mark Noble actually for doing this. I was really impressed that he actually did that. I think we really need to see more of it in football. Enough of this time wasting when you're injured or pretending to be injured. It's just, it's not cool. Obviously, Mark Noble being an Englishman, he kind of knows his real football. I wanted to highlight that. It was awesome to see, and hopefully we'll see more of it in the future. So I mean, for me, my team, I don't know if you've been watching from day 1 of this channel and the first video, but if you go back to the first edition, you would have seen some of the players that I had in that team and how well they did this week. It was pretty hard to take. So obviously Bojan scoring for Stoke, and then Janmaat scoring for Newcastle, and then my guy Richie, who I had as captain in the first game week. I had him in again in the second game week, took him out during my wild card, and then he goes and does this in game week 6. Never mind. And then on to Sunday, Chadley. I think we need to talk about my captain picks. This didn't go well again. Pretty awful. Probably the least said about that, the better. But at least I did have Walker for Spurs, who yet again came up with a clean sheet and actually got me some bonus points as well. So I was pretty happy to see that. And then in the Liverpool-Norwich game, obviously Benteke failed again. So pretty much a common theme for my strikers so far this season. He came off at half time, I think, with a little injury. So he might even go out next week. I know he's got Villa next week, so maybe he doesn't want to come up against us. But we'll see. I think I'm either going to take out him or Costa. I might even just leave it up to you actually. If you want to plug in the comments who you think I should take out, either Costa or Benteke, just let me know. Oh, that's just one of the beers that FPR Monkey bought me. So cheers for that. But I did get a lucky break in the Liverpool game actually. So I did have Joe Gomez to start, and he didn't play. So then Russell Martin came on and obviously came up with a goal. And what a story as well. I mean, his wife gave birth, either the day before or the morning of the game. and he managed to get back to Anfield and score. So yeah, pretty decent dad if you ask me. And yeah, so the games I didn't mention, I didn't really have much to say about them just because none of those players were in my team. So I'm not really going to go too much detail on those. So yeah, what did you make of my team and where do you think the changes need to go? I know the Martial bandwagon is getting pretty big, and I think any team that's coming up against Sunderland, you have to really get those players in. But should I get rid of Costa? You tell me. It'll actually be really good to hear what you guys think. I'll be back with a Game Week 7 preview later on this week. And so yeah, this is the place where we can just talk about your team. So obviously comment below, we'll have a conversation, and yeah, if you want to buy me a beer, lads, that's fine.